When I was in 7th and 8th grade, I was actually contemplating suicide most of the time. Growing up, I felt like I didn't have much of a dad. I mean, my dad was an alcoholic. He wasn't around. Most of the time I'd see him pass out on the couch, just drunk. And my stepdad couldn't care less about me, or at least that's what he was showing to me. My sister Christina began pestering me, poking and prodding, like, when are you gonna come to church? When are you gonna come to church? And eventually I promised that I'd start going to church when I was a freshman in high school. And that's where I started attending the youth group. The youth group I was going to, they had this yearly Magic Mountain trip. And I went with them freshman year. And after the trip was when I really started thinking that God existed, and that was because he spoke to me at the end of the retreat. I went outside the restaurant, just decided to pray for the first time in a long time. I just said, if you're real, let me know what you want me to do. I mean, tell me exactly what I need to do, because I don't have a clue. I started walking around the parking lot, and I started looking at these two trees. Trees, they always know where they stand. And they're always growing, they're always reaching for something higher than themselves. And then that's when the youth pastor came out and asked me what I was doing. And I told him I was thinking. He's like, well, what you thinking about? So I told him I was thinking about the trees, thinking he was gonna assume I was insane. But instead he opened up the Bible and said, there's something I need to show you. And he opened the Bible to Psalms 1, verses 1 through 3. It was, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is on the law of the Lord, on which he meditates day and night. And he shall be like a tree, planted by the rivers of water, that bears forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and all he does shall prosper. So I was pretty lucky in that aspect that God chose to speak to me pretty straightforward like that. I could tell you probably the exact place I remember giving my life to the Lord, where my sister Christina walked me through the prayer just to invite Jesus into my heart, and I haven't been the same since. And for the first time when I started coming to church and I started actually reading the Bible and wanting to know God more, I found I had a father that would never fail me, never abandon me, never just leave me hung out to dry. I have great friends and an even greater God, and I just have more of a peace, and I can accept that I'm not perfect, and life has been pretty good as a believer. You can see God everywhere if you're looking for him, and even in a couple trees.